On my wrist today is a gorgeous chronograph. This is the Mercedes-AMG Petronas F1 edition from IWC. And in this video, I'd like to talk about a different chronograph, a Flyback chronograph done in a black ceramic case with a gorgeous sunray fume green dial. This is a Blancpain 50 Fathoms bathyscaphe. Now, I know that Blancpain is in the headlines right now with their collaboration with Swatch, another brand within the Swatch group. And admittedly, I would love to buy one of those, Scuba 50 Fathoms, wear one around, do an objective owner's perspective video for you, but with the Swatch group intensifying the shenanigans just surrounding, how to acquire one at retail price, one of 7 different boutiques around the country. I don't necessarily think that's going to be happening anytime in the near future. So in this video, we will take a look at an actual 50 Fathoms, a really cool Flyback chronograph. We'll talk about the good, we'll talk about the bad, and I'd like to touch on, is this $400 Swatchified scuba version going to adversely affect the 50 Fathoms line, or will it increase attention into this very historic model line from one of the world's most premier and prestigious Swiss watch brands? So that being said, I'd like to thank Exquisite Timepieces for sending this in for review, for lending this in for review. I've worked with Exquisite for years. They've lent in just countless watches. They've been a big supporter of my channel, so thank you very much to Exquisite. And if you are shopping any Blancpain, if you're shopping any Glashütte Original or Grand Seiko or Zodiac or any of the brands that they carry, I'll leave a link in the description of this video. So let's talk about this piece. This is crafted out of a satin brushed black ceramic, and that black ceramic is found on the case, it's found on the case back, it's found on the function pushers and the thread down crown. It has a very stealthy look. This appears like it's DLC coated stainless steel, but it's full ceramic, and so it's nearly impossible to scratch. It will also have a high gloss finish green ceramic bezel insert that matches the lovely sunray fume green dial. And I've got to say that the color play and the details are just enhanced by the excellent dual applied anti-reflective coatings on this sapphire crystal. This watch it's kind of weird. It's at the same time, it's stealthy, but it's absolutely beautiful. It draws the eye in when it comes to the color play, when it comes to the details, when it comes to the size. So it's kind of a muted stunner. I know that's kind of oxymoronic, but man, this is a really interesting piece. And it has a quiet and satisfying bezel action, and I would say an even better function pusher action when you are actuating the chronograph. Let's talk about this F385 automatic in-house movement. So this will be a true high beat. This has a 5 Hertz beat frequency, and this generally increases the overall accuracy of any caliber. That's always nice to see. And this will have an anti-magnetic silicone hairspring, and it does have a column wheel as well as a free-sprung balance system, 322 separate components, 37 different jewels, and 50 hours of power reserve. As you can see engraved on one of the bridges here, this is 6 position adjusted, and it is just impeccably finished with a classic Blancpain spiral finishing, black polishing, and good anglage work, which essentially is high polished plate edges. And that's very hard to do, at least to a satisfying degree. And this movement, just with the overall execution, the tech goodies, it's extremely impressive. I mentioned its automatic winding. This has a black coated 18 karat gold rotor, so it's nice to have a little bit of precious metal and a little bit extra weight within this lightweight ceramic case. And just from an aesthetic point of view, this really is just pure fire. And it is my opinion that this movement paired with the black ceramic case is the reason for the retail price. It's not necessarily the fume green color or the fact that it's just a little bit different color scheme wise. It's all about the movement. It's all about this exotic modern case material, and I really like that myself. The retail price is $17,900 as shown on this NATO strap, and that's very comparable to a titanium 50 fathoms with a 5-day movement. So really, I think you're getting some extra value with not too much of a premium when it comes to the overall retail price. Now let's take a look at the dial. We will go in on a macro level. I like the texturing here, the sunray, the concentric circles found in the sub-registers. I like the coloration, how that changes, how that is just dynamic in different light scenarios. And I love the proportions here. Blancpain has managed to take a 3-register chronograph and make it visually look more like a bicompax layout. I think that's very well done. And then the loom is surprisingly good in these dimensional applied markers. I like the big legible hands and how long they are. I think from a macro level standpoint, the dial work is definitely on point and what you would expect for a roughly $18,000 sports piece. Now let's talk about weaknesses or areas for improvement. In my time with this watch, I really only noticed one, and you may disagree with me just given the history of the model, but I just can't wrap my head around the fact that a nearly $18,000 piece comes on a NATO strap. That's just wrong in my opinion. I know a rubber strap really wouldn't be all that much different, but I would prefer a nice natural rubber strap for this specific piece and not a textile strap, if that makes sense. So that's really my only niggle, my only complaint here with this piece. Now let's talk about kind of what I mentioned at the beginning of this video with the Swatch Scuba 50 Fathoms, and is that going to impact the sales of the actual 50 Fathoms from Blancpain? I think it's too early to tell right now. I know that there is a lot of excitement surrounding those releases. They have an attainable price segment of $400. They do have an automatic movement, although it is basically a throwaway movement that you cannot service once that case is sealed up. So, I mean, there's the value aspect at play. And I wonder, and let me know your opinion here, are die-hard Blancpain fans going to be more offended by basically a disposable, cheap plastic variation of a great design with amazing history? Or will they think that's cool? Will they want to add the different ocean variations alongside the the divers, the 50 Fathoms divers, either in brushed ceramic like this or in titanium or stainless steel? Will it increase excitement or will it increase snobbery? I'd be interested to hear your opinion. On the whole, the Moon Swatch has drastically increased sales for the Swatch group, and it has, I know it has driven a few people away, but on the whole, more people are excited about the Speedmaster Professional than before, and that was already a crazy icon. So we have another iconic line. This not quite as iconic, I think, as the Speedmaster, and so time will tell whether we will see an increase in popularity, an increase in overall sales. I think looking at history, it would be safe to assume that that will take place again, but we don't know. I mean, I'm sure that opinion will be divided in this video, and I'm looking forward to reading the comment section here and interacting with you. If you've made it this far at the end of the video, thank you for watching. I will place links to Exquisite timepieces, again, highly recommended by me, and I try to create varied watch content on a number of different reviews and rambles and comparisons and rants and all of that fun stuff. So if you find any value from my content, I would love your support by liking this video and subscribing to my channel. If you're able to do that, really helps me out. Links will be in the description. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the comment section.